Do you want to state your name for us?
My name is Randy Phillips.
Randy, what was the problem you were having before you discovered Kansas City Legacy Properties?
Well, I, by surprise, found out that I was a trustee with a deceased couple's estate. I had no preparations or forewarning. I learned after the second member of this couple passed away. So I was faced with a very unexpected and seemingly overwhelming job of liquidating the couple's assets. Well, first of all, identifying where they are, and then, of course, disposing of the house and all the contents within it, an automobile, and the normal things that families have. And there was really little or no preparation ahead of time. So I was faced with starting from ground zero.
What did the frustration feel like as you tried to solve the problem yourself?
Well, I looked at the bigger aspect of the picture, that they had a lot of financial assets in a lot of different places, plus the house they had been living in right up till they both passed away. Needed a lot of attention because of their extended health problems. The house had been neglected quite a bit. They had no capabilities, and family members and other professionals that came in to take care of them for health reasons really had no interest in the house itself. So there was a lot to do. I might be able to do it myself, but the time and the communications and the planning is just going to be overwhelming. I was kind of just baffled by the whole thing, that how am I going to accomplish this? All of a sudden I'm thrust into a full-time job.
What was different about the service that Kansas City Legacy Property was offering?
Well, it was a pleasant surprise that in the mail was just a little advertising card from Kansas City Legacy Properties. And I set it aside because I was busy with identifying and going after a lot of the other aspects of being a trustee. But something just kept drawing me back to that. And I think I picked up the phone and finally called Eddie to interview him to find out what they could accomplish, what the capabilities were, their services that they provided. And gosh, all of a sudden it just started ringing bells on my mind. They cover a lot of potential services that I need that would take a lot of time away from what I had to do.
And what services did we help with that you can think of?
Well, principally it all centered around the house. The house, there was a family member continuing to live there after this couple passed away, so we had that issue to deal with. A lot of contents in the house that had been neglected. It needed a lot of cleaning, multiple repairs required inside and out. Nothing major, but a lot of minor ones that involved several different trades. I think ultimately we ended up with hiring Legacy Properties 3 or 4 different skilled trades, and also some unskilled help as well. Legacy Properties, with the walkthrough that we conducted, identify all these things we needed, and we made a plan, and we started the process.
Tell us what life looks like now that your problem is solved.
I was able to get a lot done with their services. After we started out with our plan, we executed it. Eddie was my primary guy. He had a lot of contacts. He had a lot of connections in the industry, that services and resources that really came to be very helpful to get the house actually vacated of all the contents, required an estate sale, of course a thorough house cleaning, a number of different repairs, and we all were aiming towards the goal of putting the house on the market. And then with their services, they were able to sell the house in a reasonable period of time and oversee all the steps that were taken there. So to me, as a trustee, it gave me great relief to finally be out from underneath that house to liquidate real estate. And that was part of my obligation as a trustee, is to make that house into liquid assets so I could then fulfill within the will of this couple.